Vincent Irving, aka DJ V, host of D and E, DJs and Entertainment on YouTube. Stories so huge we gotta do part 2s. So stay tuned for DJ Fresh part 2. Stay tuned for DJ Rice part 2. Stay tuned for DJ T Roach. How did he get that name? Part 2. But for now, we have a woman so pretty, but yet so small. But her story is huge. Miss Jamel Jones. We have here Miss Jamel Jones, aka
Scrumptious.
All right. How did you get that name, and when did you get that name?
Well, I got the name through my dance father / brother / he's just, when it comes to dance, he is everything to me. And his name is Buggin' Carlos Santana Smith. He gave me that name back when I started dancing with him. And I actually met Buggin' when I was 17 years old. Me, my cousin, and 2 of my very good friends from high school, we were in this show over in Missouri. And we seen him dancing to The One You Run To. That might not be the correct, but it was an Escape song. It was a slow ballad, but it had a fast beat. And he had blonde hair. And at that time, Cisco had blonde hair. So him dancing the way he did and looking the way he looked, he definitely stood out. So we were just amazed. And then we did our performance. And so he came up and got our information and wanted us to come to one of his rehearsals. So we did. And when we made it to the rehearsal, we got to see the choreography, which it looked so intricate because we've always danced, but his style was like no other. So we learned it, and we learned it so fast, it impressed him, and we've been rolling ever since.
Beautiful, beautiful. So when did you start dancing? When the first times did you start dancing?
Well, I guess I started in the womb because my mom put me in dance school in 1983 at June Neal Dance Studio, which a lot of people went to June Neal.
Where is it at?
That was located in Kansas City, Kansas. And, recently, I want to say in 2015 maybe, was her last show. She finally retired. Even though she still look good and can still dance. Yeah. But I started there, and they actually didn't take you till you turned 3. But because, dance has always been in me, I started at 2. Yeah. And when I was 6 years old, she did The Wizard of Oz, because she always had themes. And I actually got to play Dorothy. And also, that was in 86, and I won Student of the Year that year. Yeah. And I didn't stay there consistently like I would have loved to. But you know how life is, parents go through stuff, so money's different. So, after that, I was out for a while, and I went back during my middle school years. But once I got to high school, and I started high school in 95, I didn't do, dance in the studio anymore. I just did drill team, and I was dancing with Buggin' by that time. And I was also the captain of my drill team. And when we went in 95, because that's when I started high school, my cousin Tania and my friend Melissa, Tania Caples and Melissa Lee, which I met Melissa at dance school. And I've been knowing her since I was 2 years old. And my cousin Tania, that's my first cousin, our moms are sisters. And when we got to Wyandotte, we actually tried out in the 8th grade, and it was with Courtney Fielder as well. The 4 of us, we auditioned for our high school drill team in the 8th grade, and we went as far as, because we always knew we were different, but we went as far as we made sure our hair was alike, our outfits were alike, like we were so serious about it. And Sally Nelson, who was over it, she was so impressed with us. She had already let us know we made it. A lot of people don't know that, but your work sometimes speaks for itself, and we took our craft very seriously. So, and I did drill team my entire high school year, and we even Dancing with Buggin', we got to do so many shows. One of our routines was like 20 minutes long, but it was so cold. It was so cold.
What was that song to? What was that routine?
The 20-minute routine? Oh, he had all kind of songs in it. We had Splackavelli, we had Aaliyah, we had Maya. I mean, it was so cold. And I can't believe now, like looking back on that, it was so easy to us. But if you really think about that, a 20-minute routine.
That is very long.
And we was doing some serious dancing.
Beautiful.
And I mean, dance, I can do it if I'm sick, I can do it if I'm mad. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna always dance.
Beautiful. Jamel Jones, aka
Scrumptious.
All right. We're gonna go with, you've been hitting it for a very long time, and it's evident that you love dance. But what's been your biggest and favorite event of all times?
Well, my biggest has to be when I danced background for Destiny's Child. And that was back in 2001. And it's really a hilarious story, but a very memorable story. Buggin' had called me. I was sitting at my grandma's house, and he calls me, and he's like, Jamel, they're gonna be calling you. I'm like, who's gonna be calling me? And he's like, we got a job with Destiny's Child. And I'm like, not that I didn't take him seriously, but I'm like, okay. So then they called, and I'm like, oh my God, this is really real. That was my first time ever getting on a plane. I went from never flying to flying every day. And as soon as we landed in Houston, we got out the plane, got our bags. There was a car and some people waiting on us. We went straight from the airport to rehearsal. No lie. We didn't get a chance to exhale, unpack, nothing. Just straight work. And we had to learn a show that they had been doing for months in one weekend.
Wow.
That alone was a lot. But we stepped up to the plate and
Speaks
we
to
did
your
it.
talent.
And the first show was in Astro World in Houston. And the adrenaline that you have running through your body, just the crowd, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. It was amazing. The only thing that almost took me out is because of my adrenaline rushing and all of that, we had to like duck down, to go behind the stage.
Right.
And when I came back up, I almost didn't come back up because it was like, oh my God, where's my legs? It felt like me running track.
Right.
But it was amazing. And they used to perform this gospel medley every night. And if I know one thing, them are some singing sisters. Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. I mean, I never got tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
But one of my most favorite performances has to be with the very talented Terry D Productions. He did a song by Janelle Monáe, and we performed it at June Neal Dance Studio, and it was also with Christina Scales as well. She was one of the choreographers, and that, I love performing that. Like everything about that dance, everything about the song, I really love that, because this is a fun fact that I would like to share. Me and my dance group, we used to compete against Janelle Monáe all the time back in the day.
Wow.
And it used to be
Beautiful.
one of us would win all the time.
Right.
And I used to tell her, Janelle, when you make it big, you better make me your dancer.
Right.
Well, I'm still here, but that's okay.
No hate, no
And
hate.
she definitely no hate, because she always had a it factor, so it's no surprise she's where she is.
Right.
Only difference with her versus me is she actually left and she learned the business.
Right.
And that's one of the most important things. You have to learn this business, because if you don't learn these business, it's hard to prosper in it.
Right.
Because it can be a beautiful thing, but it's a lot of shiesty players sometimes. So, like I said, a lot of people don't know that, but Yeah, we used to really compete. It was them or us.
Wow, you remember
Them or us.
Remember what year that was?
Oh, it was back in high school. Because we had talent shows at Indian Springs.
Right.
We used to do talent shows at Montgomery Wards.
Indian Springs Mall. Right.
Indian Spring Mall. You know, the old Montgomery Wards, they used to have a little, I don't know what it was called, but
lobby
they
there.
had turned it into like a club for young kids and stuff. And then like during the day, they had performances and stuff. They had a talent show one year. Because she used to sing with Kasaja.
Okay.
You know, they were cold.
Beautiful.
You know, they were cold. And I remember one of these talent shows we did back at my high school, Wyandotte. It was in the summertime. And Buggin was actually there. Christina was actually there. Because they would help us do choreography sometimes as well. And they were singing You're My Little Secret. And we did a mix. And we actually started in the audience. We were in coats and everything, sitting sporadically in the audience.
Wow.
And so when the song came on, we were like looking around. And we got up, rap. But that year we tied. But Janelle did hit that high note.
Right.
And You're My Little Secret.
And
she didn't crack. No, it was a tie.
Right.
But hey, it was always love, and it was never no hate between us. We never, got into it. It was all love.
Right, it was love and competition. You just iron sharpens iron on that.
Yeah, but I just want to thank Buggin, because had I not met him, I don't know if I would be the dancer I am now, because he brought out in me something that I didn't even know I had in myself.
Beautiful.
And I'll thank him forever. And he had several people to choose to take with him, and he picked me.
Once again, we're with Scrumptious. It's Jamel Jones.
I can't help myself.
And you know what? That's your brand. That's your brand. And since we're talking about branding, we also are talking about the business of dance when it comes to entertainment. You want to speak to that? Some lessons you've learned. Yeah.
One thing's for certain. When it comes to the business, you have to be no nonsense. Everybody is not your friend. And a lot of these men, not Bugging though, but a lot of these men, they just won't in. And you have to be careful of that, because if not, you can really get caught up. And another thing, allow your kids to travel, take them places, because like I said, I went from never flying to flying every day. And it's not that I had never been out of town, but anytime I went with trips, I was with family or somebody I knew. Going on a trip, getting paid to be a dancer is a totally different ball game, because a lot of people don't know you get per diems. Per diem is just the money you eat with. Then you get paid for your rehearsal time. Then you get paid for the show. And even traveling, because one thing with Destiny's Child, traveling, I'll never forget it. We were in Cleveland. We had a show it was Alabama. And we had to catch a flight. And I remember Buggin and Moody missed their wake-up call. And they were going to actually leave them. And they were like, we can never wait on a dancer. Kelly kept saying that. We can never wait on a dancer. And that's not necessarily a disrespectful thing, but it's how you do and how you say stuff. Because we idolize a lot of these famous people, but at the end of the day, they real people just like us. And that struck a nerve in me, because Buggin is my brother. And I'm looking like, nah, y'all not going to leave him. But that's the business. Time is money. And they don't care about you. All they care about is their money. So you have to, if you want to get in this business, learn the business first. And you have to have some tough skin and be prepared for criticism. And another thing I want to say too is, on the Destiny's Child tour, one time I was very sick. And I was so sick I probably shouldn't have performed. But I still did anyway. And I know Matthew Knowles used to get a bad rep, but he was actually very nice. Very nice. He made sure I was okay, and I did the performance. Beautiful. It's like, that's the thing about dance. Once I turn on,
You're on.
I'm on.
Once again, we're with Jamel Jones, aka
Scrumptious.
Beautiful, beautiful. You have shared some very beautiful things as far as your dance history is concerned. Very much appreciated. So if we want to check you out now, how do we get in contact you?
Well, I'm on Facebook, and my name is Jamel Jones. I'm also on Instagram, AmelJ, AMELJAY, AmelJ. I don't post a lot of videos. I've done work with Terry D Productions, and he's on YouTube. And, you know, that's pretty much it. Now, my focus, because I've taught at dancing schools too, hip hop, ballet, jazz, tap. And now my focus is dance aerobics, because I love dance so much, I know I'll never stop doing it. But as far as performing is concerned, it's not that I can't perform, but, you know, I'm a little seasoned now.
Right.
So
Wiser.
yeah, so
Yes.
It's not as many opportunities, but that doesn't mean they can't be created. And this fitness thing, when I get it going, I'm going to be a beast. I actually take my certification next month in October, so you will see me.
Beautiful.
I'm not done.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You will see me.
Well, sounds good. I appreciate you giving us the time, Miss Jamel Jones.
And I thank you for the opportunity.
No problem.
I'm Vincent Irving, aka DJ V, with DJs and Entertainment. What up, V? Hey, V. Yeah, it's me. Don't look so bewildered, man. How do you think we get all this work done? Remember, you dozed off last night. Woke up, playlist, done.
I thought I finished that last night.
Yes, we did.